sentient being. But with this physical, with this brain, there's a certain phenomena which we call mind. So combine these two, physical can be seen, can be measured, the mere luminosity, right? And cognitive, we cannot measure, but we can feel. So that we call mind. So as this physical, since things changing, so that shows it come from its own causes, and causes, the substantial cause and cooperative cause. So similarly, this mind also changing. Therefore, it must come from its own causes. So now causes, they are cooperative cause. Brain, nervous system are cooperative cause. Substantial cause, there must be continuity, right? Continuity of the previous mere cognitive. So that's the reason the theory of rebirth at the time of conception, the physical, new physical, then develop. So just the mere meeting, because of the father's sort of thing and mother's thing, just mixing may not sort of 100% sure. Some cases, even the eggs and these things is mixed, but may fail. I think here also we need more further research. So in that case, there must be third cause. That's the subtle mind. So this life to next life, that not this body, but subtle mind. The grosser level mind completely depend on the physical part, brain mainly. The more subtle. Now, for example, even scientists now make some distinction. Because of the awakening state, certain mind, you see, they depend on movement of certain part of the brain. Then dream time, certain level of certain movement. And deep sleep, another level. So faint, like coma, consciousness there, gross level consciousness, stop. So like that, there's some people now these days in India, I think every year it now happens. Some practitioner, after death, clinically completely dead, but body still remains very fresh. I think about 2-3 years ago, one master passed away. You see, his body remained next, I think, 18 days, very fresh. So some scientists also, you see, they carry some, what's the
experiments.
Experiment. So actually, as a result of our dialogue or discussion with scientists, now we also have include one project about the further research work about Tuktam.
This is the clear state of mind at death.
So we have some kind of plan for a special program to further research. Like here, one problem is, now for example, I think here, some monk, some practitioner, I think some may remain Tuktam after death, but nobody knows. So till the Tuktam actually used to take place, then sometimes it will be too late. And then also, you see, it is impossible to ask to someone, please to die, in order to carry out research work. Then if that person die without a totem, then fail. It is rather sinful, isn't it? Almost killed. So like that, you see, that research work, rather, we have to wait like that. And previously, in Dharamsala, some equipment, you see, and some trained person, so long these trained person and equipment there, nobody died. When you see some death, after death, you see, they remain very fresh, then no longer equipment or the trained person. So recent years, now we permanently, you see, kept these equipment and also some
and some individuals who have the basic training to use these equipment.
That available now, whole year. So you see, that master is after death, I received information after about 10 days. His body, after 5 days, his body very fresh. Then I immediately asked, you see, the concerned people should go with equipment. Then they went and put all the wires. So the scientists, no answer, do not know. But fact is, body remained very fresh, like that. So we need some explanation. So from our viewpoint, the subtle mind is still in the body, like that. So that subtle mind, more or less complete, or should be independent from this body. So that mind, you see, according to our explanation, that subtle mind is making the link, life after life, like that. So that subtle mind and the subtle energy always go together. So energy, that energy we usually call subtle body, and mind we call subtle mind. So in the combination of subtle mind, subtle energy, that means subtle body, and that also we call subtle self, tattva. So grosser level of self and subtle level of self, two selves. But there's no problem, two self here. The one grosser level of self, active, the subtle level of self, inactive. When grosser level of self no longer active, then subtle level of self become active. So that's the explanation about law of causality of the being, like that. So now, I think text. The very name of this text, Shirji Pardo Chimba Yingus. Shirji Pardo Chimba said, Ming the Shir Stadua, Turkey Pardo Chimba Sayare, Pardo Chimba, Shames and Turkey Pardo Chimba Yare. Ready, Shirji Pardo Chimba said, Zore, Jimbalo Savala, Pardo Chimbe, Ming Toyaki. General Zodi Kasoda, General Zodi, Shirki, Tochigo Yare. At the name of Zane, Shirki Parchima said, Zorishan, Persian Trugan, Persian Juna, 3% Zori. Kares Lona, Sanjay Salaya, Dreagi, Gagindi, Shijetu said, Shigari. Dear, or